Step into the world of power, loyalty, and luck.
I'm gonna make him an offer he can't refuse.
With family, cannolis, and spins mean everything.
Now, you wanna get mixed up in the family business.
Introducing The Godfather at ChumbaCasino.com. Test your luck in the shadowy world of The Godfather slot.
Someday, I will call upon you to do a service for me.
Play The Godfather now at ChumbaCasino.com.
Welcome to the family.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
You're listening to Later with Mo Kelly on demand from KFI AM 640.
It's Friday nights with Nautica de la Cruz on Later with Mo Kelly. Hello, Mo Kelly. How are you?
Hello. Go ahead and tell the story. You got to tell the story.
Okay. So, Mo Kelly just said a big hello because I was distracting Steph, and I apologize. That was very unprofessional of myself, but we were in this really deep conversation, and then we heard hello, and then we were like, oh, snap.
See, didn't I tell you Stephen doesn't even pay attention to the show? He's just doing his own thing. I have pizza.
Oh, boy.
It's true.
Yes. So sorry, Mo, and sorry, Steph. I apologize. So check this out. For Discover SoCal, yesterday I had the chance to visit the Nethercutt Museum. Has anyone been there at all?
I have not.
No. Well, it is a gem in Sylmar that felt like stepping into a time machine of automotive history. From the moment I walked in, I was surrounded by some of the most stunning and meticulously restored classic cars I have ever seen. Now, the oldest car I saw was it was made way before our parents, a 1905 Buick Model C, a 1907 Westinghouse, and a 1911 Franklin Model H limousine, which was the first limousine that was ever made. Now, it was a masterpiece craftsmanship from a bygone era. It was beautiful. Every car in the museum has a detailed description in front of it, listing the year that it was made, the make, and the original price, and also the original owner. The level of the preservation is absolutely incredible, and these cars look like they just rolled off the showroom floor with flawless paint jobs, gleaming chrome where you could just put your face on it and you could see every little pore in your face. And even a spare tire, Firestone tires that were the size of like swimming pool inner tubes. That's how the tires used to be back in the days. Now, the Nethercutt Museum and Collection was founded by J.B. Nethercutt, co-founder of Merle Norman Cosmetics, who had a deep passion for restoring and preserving vintage automobiles. What started as a personal collection in the 1950s evolved into a world-class museum featuring over 250 antique classics and special interest cars. Many of them have won top awards at prestigious events like the Pebble Beach Concours d'Elegance. The museum is also split in two sections. Now, the $5 admission Nethercutt Museum side, where visitors can just kind of, what I did, roam around and, look at all the historic automobiles. And then there's the $20 tour, which you have to make a reservation, but you go upstairs where they have like serious classic cars. That I didn't do, but I'm planning on doing that next time I go. Now, one of the standouts of the exhibits for me was the massive vintage fire truck sitting among the classic cars. It was a towering, beautifully restored piece of firefighting history with bright red paint, polished brass fittings, and an old school hand cranked siren. Can you just imagine? You know how you see those in the movies?
Yes.
It was there. It was absolutely beautiful. I don't know how they handled the fires back then, but I tell you that the evolution of the fire truck has definitely come to where I could say it's a little bit more productive. Now, if you're a fan of vintage automobiles, history, or just love seeing beautiful preserved craftsmanship, I have to tell you the Nethercutt Museum is a must visit. Whether you want to admire a rare Bugatti, which, it was beautiful, or an antique fire truck, I tell you, it's a place that you definitely want to go if you want to learn a little bit about history and a little bit about, how the engines and the parts of the cars were made. And there's so much to see. So if you go to the museum, make sure you look at the walls, you look at the cabinets, you look look at the displays, and you look at all the little signs that say, like I said, the year of the car, how much it costs. Cars back then were like $545. You can't get a used lemon for that.
No. Twala got a car for $600. He just told us last night.
What?
He got a car for $600.
Wow.
He'll have to tell you the experience afterward, but
Okay.
he'll never do it again.
But if you would like to go, the Nethercutt Museum is at 15151 Bledsoe Street in Sylmar. Now, it is in a industrial area, so unless you really know the address, you will pass right by it. And for more information, you could also log on to nethercuttcollection.org. That's nethercuttcollection.org. And it's only open Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays, 9 a.m. to 4:30. That's why I said I went there yesterday.
That sounds like it would be so much fun, full of history. And you may not know this. I love cars and car history. One of the highlights of my childhood was going to the auto show with my father almost annually and seeing classic cars, cars of the future, the history and the timeline of cars and the different manufacturers. So this is something that really interests me personally. And you may not know this, but when I was doing the Mo Kelly show, and Twaller obviously remembers this, we used to do the great Labor Day car cruise where we would go out and you'd see all these vintage cars. They're just cruising around the LA County Fairgrounds, and it was in Pomona, and it was just a great time. So if you are like me, the Nethercutt Museum is probably tailor-made for a great time.
Absolutely. And a lot of the cars there too were also featured in the Rose Bowl parade. And you could see it'll, like I said, every description has a little story. So it's amazing. But we have come a long way with cars, technology, size. I mean, the car from 1907 you would need 4 parking spots just to fit your car, just to park your car. Mm-hmm. The first limousine that I mentioned earlier from 1911, the Franklin Model H limousine, I mean, amazing. It was probably a little bit bigger than the limousines that we have nowadays. But of course, now we have all the glowing lights and we have the bar and all that other stuff.
Do you remember how many it could seat roughly?
About six.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. It was not, it was beautiful. I discovered this just by searching. I was like, I want to get out of LA. And then I went to Sylmar, and then, there is a train exhibit in the back. I didn't go because, it was pouring outside, and they do 2 kind of, walkthroughs. One's at 12 and I think one's at 3.
And again, that's the Nethercutt Collection, and you can find it at nethercuttcollection.org. That's NETHERCUTT collection.org. I'm going to have to track this out.
Yeah,
I really am.
You'll enjoy it.
And admission's only $5 a person?
$5, yeah. And
but you got to get advance reservations.
No. I went up.
You did?
For the no, you need the reservations to go upstairs to see the classics.
Okay.
Yeah, that you do. That is like a ballroom. It's like the Great Gatsby. You feel like you're in the movie. It's amazing.
$5 and children under 10 are free?
Yes. Mm-hmm. And we like free 99.
This is something I wish I could have done with my father.
And also, I just posted a few pictures just to give you a tease on my Instagram at Nautica de la Cruz. Just skip through the Freaky Friday stuff and you'll see the car.
What are you talking about, Nautica? What do you mean by Freaky Friday? What? Explain that. What is that? What is Freaky Friday, Nautica?
Snap. Okay, so every Friday I do. It's my naughty version, my
Naughty Nautica.
My naughty Nautica Freaky Friday, kind of something a little. How should I say it? A little spicy. It's a little spicy.
No, I don't know. I need you to explain more. Elaborate.
Like if a man is not feeling well and he's feeling sad, show him your boobs. So that actually is from today. Steph, you can back me up on that one.
What, did you flash Steph or what?
Yes.
That's why he was slow on the draw.
Steph follows me on Instagram. Yeah. So if you just want to go to the cars,
you should have led with that, Nautica.
Skip on the Freaky Friday. And like I said, I did post the picture of the fire truck. So it's beautiful, definitely. It's just a little tease, so I could get you out there, get you out to discover SoCal.
I need you to be clear which subject you were talking about, because we were talking about the cars.
Yes.
Then we talked about Freaky Friday, and you for some reason said, and I posted a picture of it. I thought that the picture had to do with Freaky Friday, and it didn't. It had to do with the cars.
The cars, yes. But so my Freaky Friday is, yes, it's little snippets of things that are spicy.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty fun, though.
Yes. Steph laughs.
Yes, weigh in, Steph.
Hello. It's fun.
We have Nautica De La Cruz in her hidden gem when we.
Ryan Seacrest here. When you have a busy schedule, it's important to maximize your downtime. One of the best ways to do that is by going to ChumbaCasino.com. Chumba Casino has all your favorite social casino games like spin slots, bingo, and solitaire that you can play for free for a chance to redeem some serious prizes. So hop on to ChumbaCasino.com now and live the Chumba life. Sponsored by Chumba Casino.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Come back.
You're listening to Later with Mo Kelly on demand from KFI AM 640.
It's Friday nights with Nautica De La Cruz on Later with Mo Kelly, and today's hidden gem is Jared Lobo. Jared Lobo is one of those people you meet and you instantly know he has a heart of gold. Growing up in Chatsworth, he was the kid that couldn't walk away from a stray animal without stopping to help. Neighbors still tell stories about how he once nursed a baby possum. Yeah, he did. Back to health after finding it alone in the backyard. But Jared's love for animals wasn't just a childhood phase. It became his life's passion. His backyard, once a typical suburban space, slowly turned into a mini rescue operation, filled with adopted cats, rescued birds, and even on occasion, an injured rabbit. One summer, Jared found a wounded hawk. I think it was a baby hawk, he said, near the Chatsworth Reservoir. Most people would have just, passed on by, but he picked it up, wrapped it in his jacket, and spent hours calling different wildlife centers until he found the right one. The moment solidified what he already knew. He wanted to dedicate some of his time to rescuing and rehabilitating animals. His passion led him to volunteer at shelters and work with the wildlife rehabilitation programs where he became known for his patience, skill, and unwavering dedication. And that's how he got involved with Fur and Feather Animal Sanctuary, a no-kill shelter right in his own backyard. Fur and Feather isn't just a rescue, it's a safe haven for abandoned, injured, and neglected animals who might not have a second chance anywhere else. The organization works closely with local shelters, taking in overflow cases and making sure no animal is left behind. Whether it's an abused dog, a stray cat, or even livestock in need of care, Fur and Feathers provides them with medical attention, rehabilitation, and when possible, a loving forever home. For the animals who can't be adopted due to medical issues or, because they're seniors or behavioral challenges, Fur and Feathers offer a permanent sanctuary, ensuring they live out their lives in comfort and safety. The organization not only provides shelter, but also works to educate the community about responsible pet ownership, animal welfare, and rehabilitation. They host workshops, adoption fairs, and fundraising events as well. And they also have a nice dedicated team of volunteers and veterinarians. Fur and Feather also provides specialized medical care, behavioral training, and socialization programs to help animals recover from trauma. Their ultimate goal is not just to rescue animals, but to create a future where fewer animals need rescuing in the first place. Through Jared's work with Fur and Feather, he's not just helping animals, he's inspiring others to care, take action, and believe every life is worth saving, no matter how small, no matter how broken. You could also follow them on Instagram at Fur and Feather Animal Sanctuary. And if you would like some more information, either donate monetary or volunteer, or if you know someone that has a pet that needs a little bit of help, you could log on to furfeather.org. That's furfeather.org. And one thing I loved, Mo, talking to Jared, who is now 21, a college student, is that he kind of reminded me of my daughter. My daughter would, in the backyard, she would pick up the praying mantis because it needed a home, or she'd pick up the cricket, or, she'd see a little, I don't know, a ladybug.
Bringing home strays, huh?
Yes, just the love of strays. And I used to tell her, just don't bring a stray cat over because I'm allergic to cats. But it's that love of animals that is instilled in children, Like one time, we were walking and I saw this little bright pink thing by a tree, and I was like, oh, what is that? She said, I don't know, Mom, but it's moving. It was a baby squirrel. It had fallen from the tree. And we took it home. I called the local rescue shelter, and I said, I don't know what it is. It looks like it could be a squirrel. We gave it milk and whatever they had instructed us, but it only lived like 3 days. I think the fall was it was high. The tree was very high. But it's just that's when you see the love of children loving for animals. And that's when you go as a parent, I did something right. Hopefully
Our kids are better than us.
Right.
I got to ask you very quickly.
Yes.
So how did the hidden gem come to you this week?
This is a friend of neighbor of a friend. That's how I got in contact with Jared. And he's 21. He's in college and just a very, very good young man.
I absolutely love it.
Yeah. So, and speaking of a community, something that I wanted to mention that came by my desk was DreamWorks is doing the birthday party project. So it is a big birthday party for those who have been displaced, due to the California wildfires, but it's also very, kind of catered to children. The Greater Los Angeles chapter of YMCA wants to invite you, the birthday party project, which is, going to be happening tomorrow from 2 to 3:30 p.m. at the DreamWorks campus, and that address is 1000 Flower Street in the city of Glendale. Again, 1000 Flower Street in the city of Glendale. And the Birthday Party Project believes that every child deserves to feel seen, known, and celebrated. And if they haven't had a chance to celebrate their birthday because of so much going on, they'll be receiving a goodie bag, a gift, and also there is going to be Gabby's Dollhouse characters that will be there where you could take pictures. And I'm sure they're going to have so much great stuff for the kids. So it's something that the community could come together, and it is free 99 as well.
It's Later with Mo Kelly, KFI AM 640 live everywhere in the iHeartRadio app.
Oh, Later with Mo Kelly on KFI AM 640.
Hello There, Sunshine is the first ever picture book from the New York Times bestselling author and Emmy Award-winning host of the kids' YouTube original series Tab Time. Of course, I'm talking about Tabitha Brown.
Can I tell you something that's on my mind? I can? Very good. When we listen to our friends, we can learn new things. Like I just learned that my friend Avi is a fruit and not a vegetable.
Miss Tab, can I ask you a question?
You can ask me anything.
Are you a fruit or a vegetable?
Avi, I am a person.
A person? Well, that doesn't sound like a broccoli or a blueberry. Is that why you don't have a pit like mine that can do this?
It sure is, and thank you for asking.
We're both pretty good listeners, aren't we, Miss Tab?
Yes, we are.
Hello There, Sunshine follows young Tabitha, who wakes up ready to greet the sun, but gets a little worried when she realizes it's missing. From there, Tabitha embarks on an adventure through her own neighborhood, asking everyone if they've seen the sun. Hello There, Sunshine is available everywhere beginning Tuesday, March 11th, and its author, Tabitha Brown, joins me right now on the show. Miss Brown, it's nice to speak to you this evening. How are you?
I'm doing good, honey. How are you?
I am wonderful. When I see you in your various forms of work, I'm reminded of the many personal and professional struggles you've endured to get to this point. You wear many hats and use all sorts of talents and skills. What do you enjoy most? Acting, stand-up comedy, writing, culinary arts, clothing design, motherhood, maybe something else?
You know what? I think I enjoy just being myself the most, right? I think that's the biggest thing, like being a wife, being a mom, being a daughter. Like that's what makes me who I am, being a woman. And then I get to do all the other things. That's the bonus.
Talk to me about writing for children. Yes, we were all children once upon a time. Some of us even became parents, but I would argue that communicating with them, writing for them is a special gift. What is it you do or use in creating this connection with children in a media space?
You know what? I love children. Of course, I'm a mama and I work with children, with my children's show, Tab Time. And writing for children, I think the biggest lesson is listening to children, but also going back into your own childhood in the childlike mindset and feelings inside. And so this book is all about my real childhood and my experience with my mama, because she also listened to me, but she would also talk to me. And so I wanted to share that in book form with just teaching children how they have light inside of them, which is like a superpower, right? Mm-hmm. We can transform someone's day, including our own. So taking that very simple technique of talking to children in a way that they understand, and we put that on paper. So it's still just telling a story.
Hello There, Sunshine, available March 11th. The sun has gone missing, and young Tabitha sets out to find it. Take it from there.
Yeah, so this is based on my childhood. In my hometown in North Carolina, in Eden, North Carolina, there was a little neighborhood I lived in called River Bend. And so I wake up one morning, I don't see the sun shining outside. And so I think what's going to happen if we don't have the sun shining? It's a cloudy day. And I go on this journey to find the sun. And I'm in my neighborhood. I'm helping my neighbors. I'm helping my friends do things. I'm playing. I'm bringing joy and happiness to people in the neighborhood. But yet I still never find the sun. And at the end of the day, I go back to my mama and I say, she asked me, did you ever find the sun? And I said, no, I still didn't find the sunshine today. And she says, well, what did you do today? And I tell her all the things that I did in the neighborhood with my friends and with the neighbors and how I helped people and made people feel good and happy. And she said, well, it sounds like you did find the sun. And in that moment, it's a light bulb moment where I realized that I am the sun. I was the sunshine in people's life that day. And so kindness is sunshine. Love and joy is also sunshine. And being able to spread that, we all have the power to do so. And so that's Hello There, Sunshine.
What has working in this children's space taught you about children, their minds and their dreams? Now, this story, Hello There, Sunshine, may be semi-autobiographical, if you will, but I'm quite sure you learned something about children more generally, right?
Oh, absolutely. Children are so much smarter than we realize, right? I think that if we listen, we can always learn from children. Most children, until a certain age, have no fear. Fear is taught. Mm-hmm. They have big imaginations. They're big dreamers. They're so curious. And I think as we get older and we become adults, our fears, start to take over. Our imagination shrinks. We start to conform into this world. The people project on us and we believe it. But children are not like that. They believe things that are what they are. They also have a big imagination to believe them to be different and even better sometimes. And so I think the purity of children is the most sacred thing. And to be able to learn from them is an honor for me. I love learning from children every day, every day.
My time has grown short with you, Ms. Tabitha Brown, but I know that since Hello There, Sunshine is going to be available on March 11th, you might be doing some appearances in support of this children's book. And I understand you might be in the LA area sometime soon. Can you tell me about that?
Yes, I'm going to be, next Saturday. So I'll be at Pierce College and it's partnering with Malik Books and LAUSD. So it's a big family day. We're giving away 1,000 books. It's a free event. I'm going to do a meet and greet. Look, it is free, but you still have to go online and register to get the ticket. It is free. But yeah, I hope that people come out and take pictures and share some sunshine with me.
I gotta say, people can't see you, but I can see the vibrancy, the joy, the I will say the glow that you have. Where does that enthusiasm come from for what you do? Very quickly.
You know what? I think it's God's gift, right? That he allows me to be a joyful spirit and gratefulness. And I'm alive. Amen. And I'm happy about it. So yeah.
Hello There, Sunshine is available everywhere beginning Tuesday, March 11th. Tabitha Brown, has been a joy to talk to you. I follow you for quite some time, but it's nice to be able to dialogue with you. I wish you nothing but the best.
Thank you so much, Mo. I appreciate you, hon.
It's Later with Mo Kelly, KFI AM 640. We are live everywhere.
Ryan Seacrest here. When you have a busy schedule, it's important to maximize your downtime. One of the best ways to do that is by going to ChumbaCasino.com. Chumba Casino has all your favorite social casino games like spin slots, bingo, and solitaire that you can play for free for a chance to redeem some serious prizes. So hop on to ChumbaCasino.com now and live the Chumba life. Sponsored by Chumba Casino.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
On the iHeartRadio app.
You're listening to Later with Mo Kelly on demand from KFI AM 640.
Now on Later with Mo Kelly. Mark talks about movies and TV. Pontificates about pop culture. Rahner Report with Mark Rahner.
It's Later with Mo Kelly on KFI AM 640, live everywhere on the iHeart app. I am Mark Rahner. It's the Rahner Report. We're going to talk about Mickey 17 opening this weekend. You know, there's a 1965 movie with Warren Beatty called Mickey 1. Oh, crap, did I miss Mickey's 2 through 16? Catching up on those would be about as tedious as catching up on the Fast and Furious or Transformer movies, Tawala. But I checked IMDb, and I'm in luck. I didn't have to catch up on 15 Mickeys that I missed. In Mickey 1, Warren Beatty plays a guy who goes on the run from mobsters and hides in another city. In Mickey 17, Robert Pattinson plays a guy on the run from mobsters and hides on a big spaceship. See? Completely different. Glad I checked. Here's the trailer, and we're going to listen to a little more than usual because there's a lot of exposition in this one.
Hi, Mickey. Are you experiencing any vertigo?
I guess I am.
Robert Pattinson in space.
Oh, wow! Did you see that?
And a meteorite takes off his hand and he's toast.
I wouldn't be surprised if you're thinking at this point, what have I done?
How lucky can one guy be?
Nothing was working out, and I wanted to get off of Earth.
You're applying to be an expendable?
Yeah.
You read through the whole application.
Once you die, we'll print a new version of your body.
I should have read through it. They made me work my ass off on one mission after another.
Every time you die, we learn something new, and humanity moves forward.
If this is just to be,
He's alive. It's fine.
my life is gonna be
Mickey! It's not looking very good for you. Yeah, no. I'm sure you're used to it by now. What's it feel like to die? Even on my 17th go-around, I hate dying.
He just saw a duplicate of himself. That's how we'd all react.
In the case of multiples, we exterminate every individual. Permanent deletion, not for me.
Let's blow up these second-hand baloney boys.
Why don't you guys do rock, paper, scissors, and then we'll just shoot the loser.
We had to at least let the song play. Mickey 17 is from South Korean filmmaker Bong Joon-ho, the director of Parasite, which everyone loved, cleaned up at the Oscars in 2020, and this is his first movie since then. It's a science fiction satire with abundant commentary on class, politics, religion, and how we treat everyone and everything that's not exactly like us. And Mickey shows, he signs on to a space voyage as a low-class expendable, which you heard in the trailer. Since we ended the draft in the U.S., the military has been known as our employer of last resort, but Mickey's got it even rougher. He does all the lousy jobs that get him killed, and then a new body's printed for him, and his stored memories are put into the new body. And by the time we get to the 17th one, things start going haywire on a big space colonization mission. Now, I got to admit a couple things up front. I despise time loop movies or anything similar, any kind of Groundhog Day or clone stuff. About the only tolerable one that I can even think of is the Tom Cruise one called Edge of Tomorrow from about 10 years ago, and even that's borderline. Also, not a huge RPAT groupie, not into the sparkly vampires. I liked the Batman movie he was in, but not him as Batman so much. That said, if you wonder whether Pattinson can do more than sulk, he did a movie with the Safdie brothers called Good Time You Can Catch, and I think I'm the only living defender of him in David Cronenberg's Cosmopolis, possibly also the only person to have seen Cosmopolis. Here, as Mickey, as you heard in the trailer, he's taken on this irritating, cartoonish, Ratso-Rizzo type of voice that nearly wrecks the movie, honestly. Other performances are so broad and cartoonish that they kind of pull you out of things, particularly Mark Ruffalo as the ship cult leader and commander and boss and rich guy. And Toni Collette is his wife, who's obsessed with making sauces out of everything. I mean, who isn't, though? We all like a good sauce. Am I right, Mo?
No.
Yes, you would cut a bee for some sauce. All that said, Mickey 17 is an odd, great-looking movie that doesn't quite give you what you expect from the trailer and comes from an actual artist who you know is going to bring a little extra to the table. In tone, it reminded me a bit of his Snowpiercer movie from a few years back, but that's actually been 11 years since that movie came out. And I haven't divided 11 years by fifths of vodka, but let's just say I don't remember that as well as I'd like. This movie, Mickey 17, is 2 hours and 17 minutes. And the way it's paced, you can feel it. It can drag. But I think sometimes that's a trade-off you make when you're getting something that isn't just a product or content from an original like Bong Joon-ho. I wouldn't turn those Doge butchers loose cutting this one. I mean, would you tell Kubrick he could stand to cut a minute or two out of Barry Lyndon? No. For the most part, movies about clones, Blade Runner replicants, and the like, those are commentaries about who counts as a full human being and who doesn't. It doesn't take a code-breaking genius to apply that kind of sci-fi to our lives right now, whether we're talking about immigrants, homeless, trans people, anyone non-white, or whoever happens to be the punching down target du jour. I don't think Bong Joon-ho strikes out much bold new territory with Mickey, but the inhabitants of the alien planet are pretty fun. They're like tardigrades crossed with buffaloes, as well as a giant set of knuckles. The movie's a mixed bag, but it's got more to like than dislike, and I'll put up with more for a movie that isn't just more of the same assembly line save the cat formula garbage. But if there were two of me sitting there, one of us might have dozed off in a couple spots before we went off afterward and looked for someone for a three-way. And yes, that does come up in the movie. What? That does come up in the movie, so to speak. Weirdly, if there were two of Mo sitting here, they'd still get the same number of rim shots, and I'm going to leave that to science to explain. Ooh. That's your Rahner report, Mo. What do you think of that?
Well, first, I am going to say that I fully disagree with you about time loop movies. I actually happen to like time loop movies, and I was getting ready to interrupt you, but then you saved yourself when you said Edge of Tomorrow.
Yeah, they changed the title of it because I think that title...
Live, Die, Repeat.
Yeah, it sounded like a soap opera, didn't it?
Well, I actually hope they do a sequel to that movie on some level.
Or like Johnny Carson's Edge of Wetness. Do you remember that?
Vaguely.
It was the fake Sopra on his show. I wasn't always 100% into this, but there's enough good that it outweighs the bad, and I think it's well worth your time seeing.
Well worth. Well, okay, that's high praise. All right.
Well, nothing's perfect. I mean, look at Foosh.
Oh, gosh. That was uncalled for. Are you going to give him a rim shot for insulting you like that?
Well, I think that would be the humble thing of him to do. That would show.
Goodness.
There we go. Have you seen any of Bong's other movies?
No, I've actually not seen Parasite yet.
Oh.
I have not.
Oh, you got to see Parasite.
Yeah.
And
I think it's because it was the pandemic or something. I just wasn't into it at that time. Something like that.
Yeah, what's that one on the train that I mentioned? Snowpiercer. Snowpiercer's really good.
I've seen Snowpiercer.
Sneerposter.
Yeah. I've seen Snowpiercer. I like that one.
Yeah, I keep getting him mixed up, and you, as a lifelong martial artist like me, know of Master Bong Soo-hong. Thank you for that.
I think the same thing. Same thing.
There we are, Mo. Back to you.
KFI AM 640. We're live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app.
We're not here to tell you what to think. We're here to give you the latest.
KFI.
And KOST HD2.
Los Angeles, Orange County.
Live.
How to have fun anytime, anywhere. Step 1. Go to ChumbaCasino.com.
ChumbaCasino.com. Got it.
Step 2. Collect your welcome bonus.
Come to Papa welcome bonus.
Step 3. Play hundreds of casino-style games for free.
That's a lot of games. All for free?
Step 4. Unleash your excitement.
Woohoo!
Chumba Casino has been delivering thrills for over a decade. So claim your free welcome bonus now and live the Chumba life. Visit ChumbaCasino.com.